please. Yeah, sure, please. Yeah.
You can speak in the
Oh, one month. Then we are retreat, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Any common
Am I? Sure. Yeah. That's good. Okay. Sairam. Sairam, everybody. Just one humble request to put your mobile either on silent or you can switch it off, please. Thank you. Sairam. Today's program outline is as follows. We're going to start with the 5 bhajans or 6 bhajans. Then it will be what you are all gathered here to listen to our beloved brother Arvind Bhai. And then it will be the, I think, the delicious bhojan afterwards. So enjoy. Thank you, Swami, for your grace. वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा पशुपति तनया बाल गजानन पशुपति तनया बाल गजानन पशुपति तनया बाल गजानन पशुपति तनया बाल गजानन तुम हो विघ्न विनाशा गणेशा हो विघ्न विनाशा गणेशा हो विघ्न विनाशा गणेशा हो विघ्न विनाशा गणेशा हे शिवनंदन बाल गजानन हे शिवनंदन शिवनंदन बाल गजानना हे शिवनंदन बाल गजानना
मंगलकार है सुंदर बाल गणेशा गणेशा सुंदर बाल गणेशा गणेशा पशुपति तनया बाल गजानन बाल गजानन हो विघ्न विनाश गणेशा हो विघ्न विनाश गणेशा शिवनंदन बाल गजानन शिवनंदन बाल गजानन विद्या बुद्धि प्रदाता मंगल कर है मंगल कर है मंगल कर है मंगल कर है सुंदर बाल गणेश गणेशा सुंदर साई गणेश गणेशा सुंदर बाल गणेशा सुंदर बाल गणेशा पशुपति तनया बाल गजानन
साई राम घनश्याम भगवान तुम्हारा नाम
साई राम घनश्याम भगवान तुम्हारा नाम
साई राम घनश्याम भगवान
भगवान कोई नहीं दिल वाले भगवान तुम्हारा
ईश्वरं प्रियतनया साई नारायणा ईश्वरं प्रियतनया साई नारायणा साई नारायणा सत्य नारायणा
साई नारायणा सत्य नारायणा
साई नारायणा सत्य नारायणा
साई नारायणा सत्य नारायणा
ईश्वरं प्रियतनया साई नारायणा
ईश्वरं प्रियतनया साई नारायणा
कलयुग में अवतार लिए
कलयुग में अवतार लिए
कलयुग में अवतार लिए
कलयुग में अवतार लिए
कण कण में तेरा नाम हो साई
कण कण में तेरा नाम हो साई
कण कण में तेरा नाम हो साई
कण कण में तेरा नाम
कण कण में तेरा नाम हो साई
कण में तेरा नाम हो साई
कण कण में तेरा नाम ईश्वरं प्रियतनया साई नारायणा साई नारायणा सत्य नारायणा
साई नारायणा
ईश्वरं प्रियतनया साई नारायणा
ईश्वरं प्रियतनया
तेरा नाम हो साई, कण कण में तेरा नाम, कण कण में तेरा नाम हो साई, ईश्वरांबा प्रियतनया साई नारायणा.
Love, peace, righteousness, and truth.
Love,
Peace, righteousness, and truth.
Love, peace, righteousness, and truth.
Love, peace, righteousness, and truth.
Holy Spirit dwelling in our soul.
Holy Spirit, dwelling in our soul.
Holy Spirit dwelling in our soul.
Holy Spirit, dwelling in our soul.
Father in heaven,
Father in heaven,
give us your love.
give us your love.
Father in heaven,
Father in heaven,
give us your peace.
give us your peace.
Love in every heart.
Love in every heart.
Love in every heart.
Love in every heart.
Peace in every mind.
Peace in every mind.
Peace in every mind.
Peace in every mind.
Lord, sweet Satya Sai Baba.
Shri Satya Sai Baba.
Sweet Jesus Christ our Lord.
Sweet Jesus Christ our Lord.
Love, peace, righteousness, and truth. Holy Spirit dwelling in our soul.
Holy Spirit, dwelling in our soul.
Father in heaven,
Father in heaven,
give us your love. Father in heaven, give us your peace. Love in every heart.
in every heart.
Peace in every mind.
Peace in every mind.
Lord, sweet Satya Sai Baba.
Sweet Satya Sai Baba.
Sweet Jesus Christ our Lord.
Sweet Jesus Christ our Lord.
Love, peace, righteousness, and truth. Sriranga, Sriranga, Ranga Ranga, Sriranga.
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 नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर
नमः पार्वती पतये
हर हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 शंकर महादेवा हर हर शंकर महादेवा हर हर शंकर महादेवा हर हर शंकर महादेवा हर हर महादेवा हर हर
महादेवा
हर हर महादेवा
हर महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा
शिव 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 सदा शिवा
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 महादेवा सदा शिवा
महादेवा सदा शिवा
सदा शिवा महादेवा
सदा शिवा महादेवा
नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर
नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर
नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर
नमः पार्वती पतये हर
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 हर शंकर महादेवा
हर हर शंकर महादेवा
हर हर महादेवा हर हर
महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा
शिव 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 सदा शिवा
शिव 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 सदा शिवा
महादेवा सदा शिवा
महादेवा सदा शिवा
सदा शिवा महादेवा
सदा शिवा महादेवा
ओम हर 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 महादेवा
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 हर 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 महादेवा
शिव 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 सदा शिवा
शिव 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 सदा शिवा
महादेवा सदा शिवा
महादेवा सदा शिवा
सदा शिवा महादेवा
सदा शिवा महादेवा
ओम हर 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 महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा
हर हर महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा
हर 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 महादेवा
शिव 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 सदा शिवा
शिव 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 सदा शिवा
महादेवा सदा शिवा
महादेवा सदा शिवा
सदा शिवा महादेवा
सदा शिवा महादेवा
नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 शंकर महादेवा
देवी भवानी माँ जय साई भवानी माँ
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 दया करो
offer my humble salutations at the lotus feet of my Divine Master, Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba. Dear brothers, sisters, my loving pranams to you all. It's my privilege and pleasure to introduce Brother Arvind. Brother Arvind, who comes from a family who has been in Sai fold for the last 62 years, 63 years, since 1960s. Brother Arvind completed his primary education from Swami School in Calicut in Kerala, and then he joined Sri Satya Sai Satya Sai Secondary School in Prashanti Nilayam, from where Brother Arvind went on to do BSc in chemistry and MSc in chemistry at the Satya Sai Institute of Higher Learning. Following that, he did an MBA course at the same institute. We all know him as Swami's official photographer. And he's been in the limelight when Swami was there, and he's in the limelight even now. I think we've all seen his videos, if not all, some of them, and we've been inspired by the messages, Arvind posts on those videos. Not only he's a very good photographer, but little we know, he's also an excellent writer, an extremely talented speaker. He has spoken several times in the Divine Presence in Prashanti Nilayam. He's also a gifted actor, a script writer, a director, and producer of dramas. So we can see how many bows he's got to his arrow. And I think there's a few more to come as well. As I stand here, I'm so honored that we've participated in this beautiful, uplifting bhajans, and I wished we had a few more of those. But I'm sure we are all here to listen to Brother Arvind. He has tremendous love for Swami and his teachings. Swami is his biggest and greatest hero, inspiration, and guide. I wished I could say more of him, which I could, but we haven't got time, and I'm sure you would like to listen to him. Please join me in welcoming Brother Arvind, the Swami's storyteller, to share some of his Swami's experiences. Before I hand over to Brother Arvind, has anybody got any questions which he can actually answer through his talk? Any questions, anyone? No? Okay.
Om Shri Sai Ram. I offer my most humble pranams at Bhagwan's lotus feet, dearest Swami, respected elders, dear brothers and sisters. How beautiful it is that we are gathering here, singing His glory, singing His name. I felt that I understood why when Narada asked Vishnu, it is said that Narada goes to Vishnu and asks, Lord, which is your residence? Where do you stay? Do you stay in Vaikuntha as Vishnu? Or do you stay in Kailasa as Shiva? Or which is your place of residence? And Swami would say in his discourses that Lord Vishnu responds to Narada saying, Mad Bhakta Yatra Gayanti Tatra Tishtami Narada. Meaning, oh Narada, Where my devotees sing of me, I install myself there. That is my place of residence. And I feel in that sense, this place lives up to its name, being Sai Dham. Sai Dham means the home of Sai. His bhaktas sing his glory here. It is natural that he resides here. It is such a wonderful feeling. And I'm grateful to Swami for the opportunity to be here and also get the opportunity to sing. Thank you, Uncle, for the chance. So it felt so beautiful, so wonderful this is. And in my heart, I just felt this should go on forever and ever. And it's anticlimactic that I'm speaking here because I also wanted the bhajans to go on. So beautiful, so wonderful. Please keep singing like this always. And definitely, it's such a wonderful, it's so easy to connect to Swami with music and love. It's so, I don't know what to say. There's a magic that nothing can recreate. You can't speak about it. You just have to experience it, as all of us have experienced it here. Swami would often say that singing, bhajan is very dear to Swami. But more dear than kirtan, which is singing God's name, is Sankirtan, where everybody comes together and sings God's name. And Swami very sweetly and very cutely would say, you write A plus 2, A plus B, 2. 2 meaning it would be raised to the power 2, exponential 2. Swami would say, you get only A2, B2. But if you do A plus B2, you get A2, B2 and 2AB. So Swami would say, see that 2AB from where it came? That came because A and B are together, Swami would say. He would teach mathematics and then he would say, that is what happens when everybody comes and sings together. And there is something, there will be those days when possibly I'm unable to connect to Swami and I'm unable to feel him. But when I attend a bhajan, possibly there is somebody else who is having that connection. And when he or she sings and that connection is amplified, I too suddenly connect. Swami would say there are 10 cars going on a dark night, all of them putting on their headlights, and you're going. Suddenly your car headlights goes off. Those are the moments when you're not able to feel the connect. You feel, Swami, where are you? Why am I not feeling you? But don't worry, because from the headlights of the other 9 cars, you can still go without any problem. Had you been a lonely car on the road, you just have to stop because you don't know, you're not able to see. That is the power of Sankirtan, Swami would say. When all come together and sing, even, you might have noticed it. Some days you're feeling not so good and you just enter a bhajan and somehow the whole bhajan uplifts you. The love that somebody else, the neighbor is having towards Swami, it comes and positively infects us and we feel that. So that is the magic, and that is why Swami would say Sankirtan, come together. It was started by, Swami would say it was started by Guru Nanak Ji, where he said, all come together and sing, because there is a magic about coming together. When we come together, we are able to recreate divinity. That's why Swami would say unity, purity, divinity. It begins with unity, begins with coming together, then the purity, and then we reach divinity. So it felt so wonderful to sing bhajans wholeheartedly, whole-throatedly. Wonderful. So this part I was not planning to speak, but I just felt so inspired. In fact, what I'm going to speak now is nothing of what I had planned to speak, because I just feel inspired to share something, again related to bhajan singing only, because it's been such a beautiful bhajan. Swami had called a group of students in for an interview, and in that interview Swami was saying, see, when you sing bhajan, you should feel the bhajan. You should feel that bhajan. Then only it will benefit you so much. Yes, even without feeling the bhajan, you will get benefited, but you can benefit more when you feel the bhajan. And Swami went on to explain, you will sing, Chitta chora yashoda ke bal, Navanita chora gopal. And you go on to sing, Gopal, 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 Govardhana dhara Gopal. You keep singing Gopal, Gopal, Gopal. Do you feel Gopal? What do you feel Gopal? Gopal is Krishna, right? What does Swami mean by do you feel Gopal? Then Swami explained, see, Go is cow. Pal is one who takes care of the cow. Do you understand the love of Gopal? Swami said, you don't even understand the love of Go. which is cow. Now, the cow is a sworn vegetarian. And yet, when the cow delivers her calf, she eats that placental covering so that the calf can break out. It is the immense love of the mother cow that makes her eat non-vegetarian. The only time in life when a cow eats non-vegetarian food is because she wants her calf to live and survive and thrive, and she eats. So I said that is the kind of love that a cow has. Go. That is the love of a go. Then imagine love of Gopal. I mean, that is the love of Gopal. So when you sing Gopal, 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 do you feel that love of Gopal? You have to feel that. This is how Swami had explained to them. Swami said, when you feel that, that Gopal will manifest. This is what he had told. So one among the students there took this very seriously and thought, okay, let me try this. Every bhajan when I sit, first let me know the meaning of the bhajan, and then let me try to relive that bhajan. Let me try to experience that bhajan. This was his thought. So one day he happened to be sitting outside the bhajan hall, because the bhajan hall has only limited capacity. Those who can get in, get in. Those who cannot have to sit out. So he is not able to see Swami physically because Swami is in the bhajan hall. And so bhajan was going on. So as the bhajan was going on, suddenly there was some kind of a hush, and there was, hey, Swami is coming, Swami is coming. So Swami came out. He came out of the bhajan hall. He sat in the car and he left. He went out for a drive, visiting some place. So now Swami is not there in the hall. So now this boy said, okay, now it's the time to get back to my practice. So he closed his eyes and he began to feel the bhajan. And he began to picture Swami there. Yes, Swami is here. You know, Swami is here. And in his visualization, so now it's just free, like however his mind visualizes. So he's just going. So in his visualization, Swami turns, looks at him singing. So starts walking slowly towards him. And he's enjoying that. Swami is coming. He's coming slowly, gently. He knows that Swami's objective is to come near him. But Swami is coming as if he's taking a stroll. So he's enjoying it. So all of this is happening in his imagination. But the joy he's feeling is real. So many times people say, what is you're hallucinating, you're imagining? Yeah, I may be imagining. But the joy I feel is real. And Swami would say fear, worry, they're all mentally created. Even our worries and fears are imaginations only. But they torment us in real life, right? Genuinely they torture us, they torment us. So too, when we imagine nice things, good things, it may be imagination, but the power of mind is such that the joy that we feel is very real. That is why Swami would say, Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayo. The mind alone is responsible for man's bondage and liberation. He would say, your heart is a lock, the mind is a key. Turn it left towards the world, you get locked into bondage. Turn it right towards God, you get freed. So the mind holds the key. The mind is the key, and therefore using the mind for positive imagination is very powerful. Because as this boy realized, even as he's imagining that, the joy that he's feeling is exactly like as if Swami is walking and coming towards him. And now Swami walks, comes and stands right in front of him. And he's folding his hands, and his hands go in namaskar. Though he's closing his eyes and singing bhajans. And he looks up to Swami, and Swami is looking into his eyes. Wow, how beautiful is that darshan. And how lucky we are that we don't have to stand by somebody's description of Swami. Even if we have not seen Swami, we have got photographs. We know how beautiful he looks, how he looks. That beauty of Swami is something ethereal out of the world. Make a list of qualities or physical characteristics by which you will say that a man is handsome. Make a list of characteristics by which you will call a woman beautiful. And check. Physically, Swami will not match any of those characteristics. He's not tall, masculine, well-built. No. None of those things. None of those things. Physical characteristics, if you put of Swami, big curly head, long, big face, a little thick nose, short in height, you make a list of all his physical characteristics, and it won't be like any pretty, handsome or beautiful person. And yet, you fall in love. The most beautiful, because the beauty is not about the form, it's about the love that form radiates. Love that form radiates. That love is so beautiful that it's mesmerizing. It is so much that when he comes and calls you, you hippopotamus, you feel so happy. I'm Swami's hippo. The first word that Swami spoke to me was, you mental hospital. And I rejoiced. Swami called me mental hospital. Wow. Swami told you mental hospital. Yeah, did he speak to you? No, right? He spoke to me. I'm happy. Doesn't matter what he called me. He called me. That is how it is. Swami would say is pakoda. Pakoda is like a fat, it's like directly calling somebody fat. And he feels so happy. Professor Kasturi records in his book Loving God. This incident is so beautiful that Professor Kasturi's daughter is in love with one boy, and Professor Kasturi approaches the father of this boy, hoping that he can fix the alliance. But the father of the boy, sensing that, quickly comes to Kasturi and says, "Hey, don't worry. Your daughter has reached marriageable age. I have the perfect boy for her." Yeah, who? One friend in Calcutta. Don't worry. Because I don't want my son to get married. Possibly Kasturiji wasn't earning well enough, so he was worried about the financial implications. So Professor Kasturi was disappointed. He felt, oh, it's okay. So he told his daughter, and he writes that Padma was devastated because she had already pledged her heart to that boy, and she was feeling very bad. But you can't, So they went ahead with matchmaking with the other prospective groom from Calcutta. At that time, Professor Kasturi had just been introduced to Swami. And that introduction also, how magnificent it was. He just goes in Baswan Gudi, one place in Bangalore, to have Swami's darshan. And he's there, and Swami comes to him, straight, young lad, 1948 means Swami would have been 22-year-old. So Professor Kasturi is already achieved. He is the one, in fact, in India, All India Radio, the national radio service, is called Akashavani. Akashavani means the sound, the voice from the skies. It's actually the way to denote God's voice. It is said that Kamsa heard an Akashavani, which said that the 8th child of Devaki is going to kill you. So that is called Akashvani. And he's the one who has coined the term, Professor Kasturi. A very accomplished person. So he's just standing, and this boy comes and tells, you will write my life history. It's like, what? Swami tells him, you will write my Jiva Charitra, you will write my life history. And he's wondering, who is this? I don't even know this guy. And he's coming and telling, that was how Kasturi was introduced to Swami. And after that, the only way he got to know Swami is this boy, to whom his daughter had pledged her heart, was the daughter of a person who is Swami's devotee. He believed in Satya Sai Baba. So his name was Parameshwara Iyer or something. His name was Parameshwara Iyer. But he was very short. So Swami is calling him Potti Iyer. Potti Iyer means the dwarf Iyer. Look at that, Swami. The lamp calling the kettle black. Swami calling somebody dwarf, So Swami used to call him Potti Iyer. Okay. And what fascinated Kasturi was, this Parameshwara Iyer would want to be called as Potti Iyer only, because that's the name Swami has given him. So he's like, yeah, I'm Potti Iyer. And he said, how can you be proud of an epithet that makes fun of your height, It's not you're not being called Sir so-and-so. It's not a knighthood. You're being called the dwarf Iyer. And you say, I'm the dwarf Iyer. But that is Swami's love. Anyway, I wanted to say that is the magic of Swami's love, that whatever you're called, you don't mind it. You take it as a badge of honor because Swami called you that. But because I started the story, let me just complete it. It so happens that suddenly there's a knock one day morning on Professor Kasturi's door, and when he opens it, it's Potti Iyer. He says, please, can you do me one big favor? What is it? Please, you should not say no. You promise me that. First, tell me what it is. No, first, promise me that you will not say no. Okay, what is it? Please let your daughter marry my son. Huh? He's like, what happened? What happened? I have that Calcutta thing. So he says, yeah, no problem. I'll speak to that Calcutta guy. We'll call that off. Don't worry. Yeah. He says, no. Yesterday, Swami came in my dream and said, you come to meet me. Come to Brindavan. So I went today to Brindavan. And when I went, he called me in for an interview. And he said, You fool, you are trying to find some groom. Your son should marry that Professor Kasturi's daughter. And he just ripped me apart. He scolded me. So please kindly save me, otherwise I'll be gone. So please let your and that's how it happened. That's how it happened. And in fact, Swami performed the wedding in Pathamandiram in the old mandir in 1948 in Puttaparthi. So that is, but what I wanted to say was, whatever Swami says is so sweet, so beautiful. So when we picture Swami, that's why I said it's so beautiful. Adharam madhuram nayanam madhuram vadanam madhuram hasitam madhuram. His lips are sweet. His eyes are sweet. His walk, his gait is sweet. Everything about him is sweet. Madhuradhipate akhilam madhuram. It's a beautiful pun for Krishna. They say Madhuradhipate once means he's the Lord of sweetness. Madhuradhipate. Madhuradhipate also means he's the Lord of Mathura. But that is what it is for our Swami also. He's such sweetness that it's so beautiful. So when we are lucky that we have got photographs, videos through which we can see that mesmerizing beauty. And here this boy is sitting and visualizing Swami walking like that to him, and Swami is standing before him. And then because he has seen Swami, typically Swami's hands go behind and Swami is swaying gently, his hair moving like a cloud, in the sky like that. He's picturizing and he's enjoying delight. He's enjoying the delight of darshan when Swami is physically not there. Suddenly somebody is patting him on his lap. He's like, he just pushes his hand away because don't break my meditation. I'm in a beautiful state right now. But that pat gets persistent and what? See there. And his jaw drops because before him is Swami standing, hands tied behind, head swaying to the beat of the bhajan. This is what he's seeing there. And as his hands go and he's trying to get back his jaw, which had dropped open, Swami bends to him and tells him, inside Swami, outside Swami, same. That's what it is. The Swami we see inside, that is what Sai stands for. S-A-I stands for see always inside. The outside Swami is a prop to help us see him inside. Swami would say, in fact, I don't remember the year, but during a Shivaratri discourse, the title of the discourse is Idols Are Pointers. In that, Swami says, when the mother wants to show the moon to the child, she'll say, look there, look at that. And she'll point it out. Then the child doesn't know what the moon is, doesn't know where to look for the moon, but knows the mother's finger. So we look at the mother's finger and look, and Swami says, once the child has seen the moon, the finger is not needed. The mother can next time say, look at the moon, and the child will look at the moon. So too, Swami said, idols, the forms of God, the name of God that we use are pointers that point us to that nameless, formless, attributeless, powerful divinity that's eminent everywhere. But if you tell somebody the nameless, think of the nameless, formless one, what do I think of? In order to help, as a finger, the beautiful form comes, and Swami has come in that beautiful form. So when we sing the bhajan, we need to feel that bhajan, because when we feel, we manifest. Because the inner Swami is the same as outer Swami. That's why when Rani Rasmani was seated during a satsang and bhajan session, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa takes a stick and gives a rap on her head and says, why are you, go be with your washerman. And like everybody is shocked, what is he speaking to a Maharani? But then she realizes that sitting in the satsang there, she was thinking about her royal sari, which had gone for, I don't know, whatever dry cleaning was available in those days. So it had gone, and she was wondering whether that guy will do it properly and he won't tear it. And he said, if that is what you're doing, what is it? So it's not about where we are. It is conducive. Again, this is a conducive atmosphere. It helps us to think of Swami. We see Swami, we see his presence, we see this beautiful Vaibhavam, and we feel Swami. But inside is more important than the outside. One of my colleagues at Radio Sai, former colleagues, his name is also Arvind. he was a bhajan singer, and regularly, Swami used to tell him to sing and guide him on bhajan singing and everything. So one day he said, Swami, tomorrow I'll be missing bhajans. Swami said, why you will miss bhajans? He said, because Swami, I have to go to the dentist at Anantapur. So go to the dentist and then don't miss bhajans. No, Swami, at bhajan time I'll be returning. I'll be in the train, so I'll like 5:30. That is the bhajan time in Prashantilyam. So I'll be missing that. Swami said, no, listen, sit here. See, where you'll be at 5:30. Swami, in the train. At 5:30, close your eyes, chant Omkaram 3 times, and sing bhajan. I will come. Swami told. So I will come. Swami said. Swami said, the 3 Omkarams are like my phone number. Dial thrice Om and I'm there. That's it. That's why when we sit in a bhajan session, once the 3 Om comes, that's it. No talking, no distraction, nothing. Because we have dialed in Swami. Swami is online. And how we would be when Swami is seated here. That's how we have to remember, because that is what it is. And what we feel, that will happen for us. As our feeling, that will be the manifestation. So Swami had told him, yeah, you just do bhajan like that. And when we really do that, when we know the meaning and when we feel it, like there's this bhajan, Nandalala, Nandalala, Daya Karo Bhagwan. I used to imagine, like, I want to talk to Swami, but for some reason, I'm not able to hear him. I know he's listening to me. I know possibly he's speaking to me as well. But I'm not able to hear him. I'm not getting my solutions. So I'm calling out to him. Nandalala, Nandalala, Daya Karo Bhagwan. When I'm calling out to him, no? As I close my eyes, just imagine, you can visualize Swami is coming. Yeah, Swami, you're coming, no? Bhav Sagar se par utaro. Swami, please take me across this ocean of existence. Please, Swami. Bhav Sagar se par utaro. But Swami continues to walk. He didn't stop at me. He didn't take my letter. He didn't smile at me. He just walked off. Are, Swami didn't hear me or what? Daya karo Bhagwan. That's why I shout out loudly. Hey Bhagwan, Daya karo. Hey, shower your compassion on me. I'm calling here. And suddenly, because you shouted out, Swami like, hey, who was that? And he just stops. Yes, it's me. Kripa karo Bhagwan. Oh, you. What happened? Tumhari sharan bina anath hai hum. What happened, Swami? Without your grace, I am an orphan. Please, please. Daya karo Bhagwan. Okay, I'm coming. And he comes. You fall at his feet. Kripa karo Bhagwan. And you know what? When I do this, I really feel I had my darshan. I don't know if it's my imagination, but I feel so wonderful. How does it matter if it's my imagination or if it's true? Because even if it is true and my mind is lost elsewhere, I don't get this joy. But even if it's imagination, but my mind is on Swami and his feet, how beautiful it is. It is the feeling that matters. It is the yearning that matters. One day I was sitting in the front. I had got token number 1, so I was right in the front. And yet, there was a 2 meters gap beyond which Swami was seated on the chair. So near, yet so far. I'm in the first line. I'm as close as I can be. But yet, Swami, I can't touch you. And there, to add salt on my wounds, comes this fly. It keeps flying like that and goes and sits on Swami's lotus feet. I'm like, oh, you fly. Oh, you blessed fly. How lucky you are. Not only is your life redeemed, 7 generations above and 7 generations below are redeemed. Your eggs are already redeemed even before you lay them. Blessed, you're sitting on the lotus feet of the Lord. And all this poetry is issuing forth from me, thinking, you fly, you're luckier than me. I'm so unlucky. I'm so unfortunate. You are so lucky. And at that moment, there's a pigeon and there's a dropping. And the fly flies and goes and sits on the pigeon dropping. And what a pathetic thing. You don't know the difference between the lotus feet and a pigeon's dropping. Then I say, no fly, you're not lucky, I'm lucky. Because I may not be able to touch the feet, but I yearn to touch his feet. And I know the value of the feet. Yearning for the feet and knowing the value of the feet is more important than actually touching it without knowing the value. When we think of the Mahabharata, Duryodhana had food, dinner, sitting with Krishna many times. Duryodhana touched Krishna, spoke to Krishna. He even tried to capture Krishna. He got to see the Virata Rupa when he tried to capture Krishna in the court. And there is Mirabai. Mirabai who never saw Krishna. Who never saw Krishna but yearned for Krishna all her life. Would I want to be a Mirabai or would I want to be Duryodhana? No, it doesn't matter. Duryodhana, you may be sitting next to Krishna all the while. You may be holding his hand, having food from the same plate. But Duryodhana, you don't know that. You don't know Krishna. You don't yearn for Krishna. You've just got it. By luck, it's like you're walking and you tripped and you fell and there Swami is standing. That is not Pada Namaskar. Pada Namaskar is I want to touch your feet. I want to touch your feet, Swami. And if I don't touch your feet, I don't feel like eating food, Swami. I won't get sleep at night, Swami. I want your feet. I want your feet. I want your feet. In Satyam Shivam Sundaram Part 1, Professor Kasturi writes of a Krishna Murti like that. A Krishna Murti who got up and said, Swami, you are not who you appear to be. Show me your true form. I want that. I don't want anything in life. And Swami said, hey, take this guy away. Strange, you know? You go and ask for your daughter's wedding, Swami will talk to you, give interview. You go and ask for your father's health, he'll talk to you, speak to you. And here you're asking for the ultimate, take him away. Swami, what is this? Yes, because what you're asking is the ultimate gift. It won't be given free. You have to be found worthy. Huh? It is like Swami would say, there's a king who is holding a fair and he's telling, whatever you want, you ask, it will be given. And here this wise girl who comes and says, oh king, I want you to marry me. I want to be your wife. And the king says, wait, you have to see, you know. Because very smartly you're asking for that, getting which you get everything. The whole exhibition now, the whole kingdom belongs to you now. So when you go and tell Swami, I want you, it's a big ask. Are you capable? Do you know what you're asking? So Swami will say, take this Krishnamurti away. They take him away. And he wants, he's yearning. And those were the days, as I in 1940s, late 1940s, when Swami was available. Maybe a gathering would be this big. That's all. In Swami's physical presence. So everybody is getting 3-4 Pad Namaskars. So what's the big deal, Swami? Give him one Namaskar. Everybody is feeling. We feel that, right? Swami, please take care of her. Yeah, she yearns for you. Swami, take care of him, Papam. How much he's praying. We feel sometimes that, we have more compassion on the people than Swami. So we recommend to Swami, please take care, Swami, please. We don't know the past. We don't know the future. Swami has great love. We need not recommend. Swami, please. Yeah, even if we recommend, let us remember that Swami knows and what is best Swami is doing. Swami, I'm saying like this, Swami, I'm telling you to take care of her because I care for her and it makes me feel better. That's all, Swami. I know what you're doing is best. When my father was diagnosed with cancer and they told him he has only 2 months to live, Swami is proof. I did not tell Swami, please save my father. No, Swami, you know whatever it is. I'm getting tears, Swami, because I'm getting tears. That's all. Nothing, Swami. I know what you're doing is the best. And he did the best only. So people were asking for Krishnamurti. Hey, Swami, something, Swami, please. But no, Swami was not relenting. And finally, Swami gives him a photograph of Shirdi Baba and tells, okay, you keep this photo, you worship. I'm going. Swami was visiting different homes in Bangalore. He sat there worshipping Shirdi Baba's photo till Swami came back. Then said, no. Swami said, no, take him away. Take him back home. Took him back home. And then the next day morning, Krishnamurti says, I'm not even going to open my eyes. Because if I open my eyes, I want to open them only to see his lotus feet. And then he said, I won't even open my mouth. If I open my mouth, it is only to talk to him. I don't want. What is the use of the mouth that cannot speak to the Lord? What is the use of the eyes that cannot see the Lord? That's it. He stopped eating. And then he would go out, sit in a horse cart, and he would, as Professor Kasturi records, I don't know how it happened practically, but he would smell his way to Swami. Goes to the home in which Swami is staying and knocks on the window, following Swami by smelling him, not opening his eyes. And Swami again tells, take that madman, take him off. And then 24 hours, more than that, not eating, very weak. He's admitted into the hospital. And then Swami says, you don't understand. If Krishnamurti looks at my feet, it will be like a huge current that is surging through a small bulb. It will explode. He's not yet ready for that. Huh? Just imagine. Huh? Every day people are touching Swami's feet, nothing is happening to them. Because we are all thick rubber insulated. Nothing happens. No current flows through us only. But when a person is ready, so Swami then gets his feet washed and sends those water washings. Speaking of which, I remember. Swami sends that for Krishnamurti and tells, give him a few drops of these. And when he drinks it in the hospital, he gets back energy. Again, without opening his eyes, he comes home. And Krishnamurti starts doing bhajans. He's doing bhajan, singing bhajan. And finally, during the bhajan, he just bends down, smiles, it's gone. The river has merged into the ocean. And then Swami says, Krishnamurti has come to me. That's it. This is how Professor Kasturi writes, the river had merged in the ocean. Krishnamurti didn't touch Swami's feet. Didn't get the chance to touch Swami's feet even in 1940s. And yet he merged into that lotus feet, because yearning for the feet is more important than touching the feet. That is where the power of bhajans come in. That is where the magic of bhajan comes, because we get that yearning. When we say, Daya karo Sai Ma, Kripa karo Sai Ma. Swami, please shower your compassion on me. When you feel that feeling is what matters. It doesn't matter that you are sitting in London or you're sitting in United States or where, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whether it's Sai Dham or your own Dham, your own house. Doesn't matter. That feeling, that yearning. It helps, as I said, to come in community because I'm not able to muster that feeling in my own home. So I'll come and gather and do. Yeah, that is why we do everything that we do. Seva, everything, so that we get that yearning. That yearning is most important. And once that yearning comes, right, it's a beautiful life where everything that happens in our life, we are able to see God's hand in it. And that is why there is no depression, irritation, frustration, anger. No. It's just a dialogue between me and Swami. If somebody is rude to me, I'm not upset with that person. I have some things to talk with Swami, that's all. Because I know Swami is doing everything. I do my clarifications with Swami. It reminds me of a lady, Parvati Mahadevan. She was one of the bhajan singers in the Brindavan bhajan group, lady bhajan singers. She has composed many bhajans of, I'm not getting the list now, but she was very sincere and strict about her bhajan singing, her puja, her worship. In fact, Swami had materialized and given her one lingam. And she would sit and do her elaborate 4-hour ritual or 3-hour ritual of worshipping that lingam with water, tirtham, all that she will do. Sometimes Swami will come for darshan and he'll see that she's not there. And Swami will simply, I gave her that lingam. No, she's not coming for my darshan only. Sitting and worshipping that lingam there. And she would come and tell, no Swami, you're given, you're told I have to follow. Swami. But that was her relationship with Swami. So one day she was sitting and doing her ritual in Bangalore, and there was a power cut. Very common those days it was. In fact, they would say that every night me and my wife have a candlelight dinner courtesy of the electricity board. It's so it used to be like that. So she was sitting, and when she was doing her puja, there was a power cut and all the lights went off. And just the flame of the lamp there, with that she continued to do her puja. Unknown to her, a thief had entered her house. So this robber was now walking around, and he didn't find anything of value in the house. She was a very humble lady, nothing much extravagant, nothing. So he didn't find anything there. So he decided to snatch at her Mangal Sutra. Mangal Sutra is that sign that is possibly any Indian woman, even the poorest of the poor, will have some amount of gold on her body, and that will be the Mangal Sutra. That is symbolic of her marriage. So she was wearing her Mangal Sutra made of pure gold, and he snatched at it. And the moment she felt, that is when she noticed that, oh, here's a thief who has come to rob. Just imagine, this lady is so steeped in Swami. She didn't cry out, she didn't shout, she didn't tell what to do, nothing. What happened? That moment, a bhajan comes to her. She sings a bhajan, and not some established bhajan, not like Daya Karo Saima, not like that. A bhajan is composed. She just composes a bhajan on the spot. Karuna Sindho Shiva Shambho. Oh Shiva Shambho, you are a ocean of compassion. Karuna Sindho. Kamala Nayana Sai Shiva Shambho. Kaliyuga Deva Dina Bandho. Kalimala Bhanjana Sai Shambho. She's almost like scolding. Shiva, Sai, you're ocean of. I am doing your worship. How can somebody come and do this to me? What are you doing? Scolding Swami, she composes this bhajan. And she doesn't know what happens. Her Mangal Sutra is safe. The power is back on. The thief is gone. God knows what the thief saw. He must have seen Rudra with the third eye open, I think, because he just ran. But that bhajan is even now sung in Vrindavan. Karuna Sindho Shiva Shambho. Kamala Nayana Sai Shiva Shambho. Kaliyuga Deva Dina Bandho. Kalimala Bhanjana Sai Shambho. That is what happens when we are immersed in God. And it's no longer about me and the world. Everything is between me and my Swami. Me and Swami. That's all. Nothing else comes. So it becomes so beautiful, a life that is led like this. And as I said, this whole thing got triggered because of the bhajans. So beautiful these bhajans are. I'm reminded of another Mr. Nandedkar. Mr. Nandedkar, a Maharashtrian. Maharashtra is a state in India, and from Nanded is a place there, and those who come from there are called Nandedkars. So one family. So that was his family name, Mr. Nandedkar. I don't know his first name. He was not a devotee of Swami, but he was in the Middle East in Abu Dhabi. And when he went to Abu Dhabi, that's when he got to know Swami because of his love for music. He loved music, and he found these bhajans very nice. He felt, oh, very nice. So good these bhajans are. So he began to attend the bhajans, and he used to play the harmonium. So he enjoyed the bhajans. He used to keep playing the harmonium. But then, organization rules were there. Till you finish 3 years, you cannot play in events and all that. So he never got official chance to play. But he was so crazy behind bhajans and harmonium. Any home, any bhajan is happening, he will just go and start playing the harmonium. Mr. Nandedkar, no, he'll play. And within no time, 3 years passed, he became officially allowed also. So for Akhand Bhajan, which would happen in Abu Dhabi, he would sit in the 1998, 1999, he would sit for the whole 24 hours playing the harmonium, because I love, he got love for Swami through bhajans. He had no clue who Swami was, but he just felt that one who is inspiring such bhajans, he must be God only. Like that he began to. In 2001, during the Akhand Bhajan, I heard the story from people who were there during that Akhand Bhajan. So he had become by then the key harmonium player. So he used to play. So that day he sang the bhajan, Paratishwari Jaga Janani Jaya 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 He Sai Janani Paratishwari. He was singing this bhajan, and that day everybody felt something was special. It felt so beautiful. Everybody is feeling immense love for Swami as he's singing this. And first speed over, second speed over, finally he concluded, Paratishwari Jaga Janani. And when he concluded, this is the time for the next bhajan to start. As uncle was doing here, you have to shift the chord and play the next, right? But that Janani, only that note. We all thought, what happened to him? That's when they noticed that he had just, with that note, he had just fallen on the harmonium. It's gone. It's gone. What a way to painlessly And when they raised him back, they say, the beatific smile on his face. Just lost. Wow. And then they remembered, what Mr. Nandedkar used to always say is that I love singing bhajan for Swami. I want to keep singing bhajan for Swami. I don't know when it will be my last bhajan for Swami. So you know what? Every bhajan I sing for Swami, I'll sing it as if it's my last bhajan. And then they felt that he here was a person who sang every bhajan as if it could be his last bhajan. And indeed a time came when that bhajan was his last bhajan. And that's what it is. He had so prepared for that moment all his life that that moment was granted. We all think winning the Olympic medal is about just running 10 seconds in full speed. Very simple to win the Olympic 100-meter gold medal. Run at crazy speed for 10 seconds, that's all. But to run those 10 seconds at crazy speed, you need a lifetime of training. They say it's very easy to achieve moksha. What you have to do? In your moment of death, you have to think of God. That's all. In fact, our scriptures, our Puranas has a story of Ajamila. Ajamila was, they say, a Brahmin. Brahmin means a person who is supposed to be engaged in the pursuit of Brahman. That's how Swami defines Brahmin, not by your birth. But he was supposed to be engaged in the pursuit of Brahman, but he got swayed. And the story goes, he got into all the vices. He used to drink, he became a womanizer, all these things. He became a very, sinful person. And then the time of death comes. And so the Yamadutas, the messengers of the god of death, this is how metaphorically it is described. The Yamadutas come to pick him up. And he gets so scared. Oh God, I'm dying now. They have already come. The messengers of death are coming. He doesn't know. He doesn't have anybody in life. He's led a life so horribly. The only person in his life is his son. So he decides to call out to his son to help him. His son's name is Narayana. So he says, Narayana, Narayana, please come. I'm scared. Help me, Narayana. And there come the Dutas of Vishnu. So the story goes that the Vishnu Dutas come and drive away the Yamadutas and take Ajamila to the abode of Lord Narayana. This story is meant to highlight the power of the Lord's name. But we think, that's all it is, no problem. So do whatever you want in life. When you're dying, just call out. Okay. In order to discourage that, in order to ensure that we take only the correct message from the story, Swami has told another story. So Swami says there was this man who had 4 sons. And he named them Rama, Krishna, Govinda and Narayana. I thought one of them at least I'll call, no. Okay, so that was his thing that, okay, one of them at least I'll call. So Swami says that, yeah, he led his life. He was a shopkeeper and full time. He did whatever he wanted because he's assured of his moksha. Because, I've got 4, Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Narayana. One of them at least will. And when his moment of death came and he was about to die, he called out Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Narayana. And all the 4 sons come running. And then he sees and tells, you idiots, if all of you are here, who is taking care of the shop? And he dies. And he dies. So his last final thought was the shop. It was the shop. And God, maybe he got birth as a shopkeeper again next birth. We don't know that. But that's what it is. To ensure that our last thought is Swami, requires lifelong practice. Mahatma Gandhi was going towards his prayer. And when he was going towards his prayer, a person comes and shoots 3 bullets into his chest. 2, I don't know. Shoots bullets into his chest. And Gandhi says, Hey Ram, Hey Ram, Hey Ram, he says. How are you able to say Hey Ram when this happened? We might say, oh shit, gone, That's what it'll be like. Shucks. In fact, Swami has narrated that story also. One, there's a person who is dying there out of thirst. And Shiva says, look how he's dying. Go, save him. Parvati says, you go save him. Are? No, you're the divine mother. You're the divine father. Go, save. So they decided, okay, let us see. Usually when you are in pain, right? In South India, I think this is like a South Indian joke. So Shiva says that if he calls out Appa, then I'll go. When you're in pain, you just said Appa, you tell. Okay. If he says Amma, you go. That also happens. Somebody is in pain now, Amma, they tell. Okay. So Amma means you go, Appa means. And Swami says, this guy says, Ayo. Nobody will go. You also don't know, I will let him die. That's it. So this is what it is. Despite having intellectual knowledge, theoretical knowledge, if we want to think of Swami when the moment of reckoning comes, it requires lifelong practice. I am thinking that when I'm about to die, I'll think of Swami. I don't know how I'm going to die. Okay. How am I sure that if I'm suffocating, if I'm not able to breathe, how will I think of Swami? Today, when my mobile phone is stolen, I'm not able to think of Swami. Full time I'm worried about so many things. I'm not able to think of Swami. In that situation itself, I'm not able to think of Swami. When I'm choking to death, how will I think of Swami? Kulashekara Alvar, one of the great Alvar saints. Alvars are those saints who were devoted to Lord Vishnu. Nayanmars are devoted to Shiva. So one of the Alvar saints, he writes, Krishna Tvadiya Padapankaja Panjarantaha. Beautiful poetry it is. Adhyeva me vishatu manasa raja hamsaha. He says, look at the poetic way in which he expresses. He says, oh Krishna, let the swan of my mind be trapped in the cage of your lotus feet. Let the swan of my mind be trapped in the cage of your lotus feet. Because one thing is, the mind is supposed to be a swan. Why? The swan is supposed to have the ability to separate milk from water. That's what they say. If you mix water and milk, the swan can drink only the milk and leave behind pure water for you. And Swami says that is metaphorical of having discrimination, to take only the good and leave the bad. So the mind is supposed to be discriminating, lad. That's why it's compared to a swan. He says, let it be trapped in your lotus feet. Let the cage for this swan be your lotus feet. Why? Because prana prayana samaye kafavata pittaihi kantavarodana vidau smaranam kutaste. He says, when the time of reckoning comes, when this body which is filled with phlegm, kapha phlegm, vata is gas and pitta is bile, filled with basically these fluids. When it's filled with all of this, how will I think of you, Krishna? So let me think of you now itself. And possibly I'll just conclude with, because it's so vivid in my memory even now, my father, all his life, when he was initiated in 1963, Swami did his thread ceremony. And at that time, Swami had given him one mantra in his ear. And I had asked my dad, is it secret? He said, no secret, real. Because we think there's some secret powerful mantra. There's no secret powerful mantra. It's about how much we use that mantra. That's all. It's the same exercise. If you want to lose weight, it's the same thing. There's no great secret there. You have to do it. That is the tough part. So his mantra that Swami had given him was Om Shri Sai Ram Jai Ram. So my father, just whoever asked, he would tell, I'll tell you, this is the mantra. No secret in that, because it's not about knowing the mantra. Knowing it won't give you anything. No. And I had seen my father, what all difficulties he has gone through. I know, and I when I became an adult, I used to get agitated, but he will be very calm. And what? Shri Saram Jaram, Shri Saram Jaram, Shri Saram Jaram. That was how it was. So calm. I used to always tell that, Dad, you do too much. You're not doing anything, only you're simply dumping it on Swami. He said, yeah. You are foolish to think that you are doing anything. It's only Swami who does. So this is a conflict that we both would have. Like, I will say, Dad, let's do something about it. Swami will take care. In fact, very interestingly, I found there's one shloka in the Bhagavad Gita which says, the wise man is able to see the activity in inactivity and the inactivity in activity. So beautiful it is. The wise man is able to see the inactivity in activity. We think that I'm doing. You're not doing anything. And the activity in inactivity. What is he doing? Simply sitting and meditating. No, just try that. Just try to simply sit without thinking anything. You will see how much of tremendous effort is needed for that. So do everything my dad wanted. Simply no. Surrender is not a passive thing. It's a very active thing. And as I see, even in the worldly sense, it is so relevant, Like, for example, when I do my investments, in 2008, there was a crash. The markets crashed. Everybody running to redeem, take out investment. What to do? The people who have not been affected by the crash are those who did nothing. The market has crashed. It has fallen by half. What do you do? Nothing. I'll just sit. By 2012, they had recovered all their losses. By 2014, they had doubled. By 2018, whatever was their value, it had quadrupled or grown 5 times or even 10 times. Hey, how did you do it? What did you do? I did nothing. Oh, so easy, right? Do nothing. No, it's not easy to do nothing. When hell is breaking loose, you feel like I have to do something, I have to do something, I have to speak something, I have to do that, I have to do. No, no, no. It takes a lot of effort to just be and say, I will be. I will not do anything. The soccer World Cup happened, recently. That is when I came to know of another interesting thing, because a lot of penalty shootouts would be there. Lionel Messi became the hero. Argentina won the World Cup, So penalty shootouts, so when the guy is kicking, the goalkeeper has to decide, I'm going to jump to the left or I'm going to jump to the right. Because I don't have much time to decide, think and all. He's going to kick. I just take a call and jump. I jump to the right. In case he kicks to the right, I block it. That's it. That's a chance. They have found that the best way that statistically a goalkeeper can block a goal is by just standing. Don't move. Because more than whatever percentage, the maximum percentage is being kicked straight. Because the guy who is taking the penalty shot knows that mostly you will either jump to the right or to the left. So he'll kick straight to you. And he knows that even as he kicks to you, you have dived. So it's gone. So the best thing that the goalkeeper can do is just stand. You kick. Maximum probability of me stopping the penalty goal is if I just stand in my place. So many times that inactivity of not doing anything, conscious inactivity, not laziness. In fact, that also Krishna tells. It starts with inactivity, tamas. You overcome inactivity with activity. That is rajas. But rajas is passionate. It's goal oriented. I'm doing this because I want this. It is bound to get disappointment. Because I did this to get that, I didn't get it, I'm disappointed. And here that fellow didn't do anything, he got off. What is the use of effort? So you get disillusioned. So from that stage, from inactivity, you go to activity. From activity, you go to a stage where you see the inactivity in activity. So much I'm doing, but nothing happened. The fellow didn't do anything and still it happened. So from seeing inactivity in activity, you move to the stage of seeing activity in inactivity. As I said, when the 2008 crash happened, I will not do anything. Should we redeem? Should we sell? Should we invest in that? No, don't do anything. Whole world has crashed. You know what happened? What happened? This fellow, Morgan Stanley, this happened. They are saying this. Goldman Sachs is saying, let anybody say anything. Don't do anything. Just be. And those who have just been have been the most. I was traveling in your underground here and I saw, in case of anything, just remember, in case of any trouble, you press this button for alarm. There's put in the train. But remember, the safest place is to be where you are. They've written the train there. When anything happens, don't jump out of the train, don't climb, don't go down, don't do anything. Just sit there only. You're the most safe there. But why do I have to write that? Because that is the last thing we'll ever do. The minute something happens, we'll get up, we'll try to break the window, jump out. That's how panic behavior is, right? So it takes a lot of effort not to do anything. And that, as I said, I saw it in my father. To be very calm and relax, nothing happened. Just be. Swami will take care. Dad, we have to do something. No, where do you think you're doing? And finally, when he was in the ICU and the doctor said that we have to now shift him to the ventilator, otherwise he's not going to. And I said, in ventilator, how will he come out? He said, no chance. You can prolong him for 2 more days or 3 more days. That's it. Just. I had already discussed this with my father before, asking, what do you do? He said, no, don't. Ventilator and all not needed. So I went to my father. Full time he was telling me, my sister, mother to be there. He was there in the ICU. So I went and said, Dad, they're telling that they want to shift you to the ventilator. And I have refused it. Is it good? And instantly, in one instant, till that time he was going on telling, if you're going, send sister in. If she's going, send mother in. At that moment when I told him putting on the ventilator, he said, don't put on ventilator. And now all of you go. I said, Dad, yeah, all of you go. I said, Dad, just think of Swami, okay? He said, don't tell me anything. Just go. Just leave me alone. Wow. That ability to just detach is so amazing and it feels very simple. But to do that at that point in time when you're struggling to take a breath, when you are scared, you don't know none of us have seen what death is. We don't know what all happens, how we'll be. But in that state, just like Mahatma Gandhi, when the bullets are shot to be able to say, Hey Ram, here to tell, no, all of you go. Just leave me with Swami. Om Shri Sai Ram Jai Ram, Om Shri Sai Ram Jai Ram. He was able to say Om Shri Sai Ram Jai Ram because all his life he has said Om Shri Sai Ram Jai Ram. So that's it. If we want to complete the song of our life, by singing of the lotus feet and being on his lotus feet, like possibly Nandedkar or that Krishnamurti, then our life has to be one bhajan. Our entire life has to be a bhajan that we are singing for him. And yeah, singing it out with the harmonium and tambourine and all these percussion instruments is one way of singing. But in every aspect, we have to see inside, find Swami within. And in this beautiful Sai Dham, Sai's home, I pray Swami that may our heart become Sai Dham. May you occupy the throne of our hearts like the Raja that you are. May our love for you keep growing stronger every passing moment. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.
Yes, he's elected. Someone else had to come down. People should be acting and then we do that.
Very, very nice tabla.
Sai Ram.
श्री सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरु साईनाथ महाराज की जय।
आरती साई बाबा सौख्य दातार जीवा चरणार जताड़ी दावा दासा विसावा भक्ता विशावा आरती साई बाबा जाळुनी आनंग स्वस्वरूपी राहे दंग मुमुक्ष जना दावी निज डोळा श्रीरंग डोळा श्रीरंग आरती साई बाबा जया मनी जैसा भाव दया तैसा अनुभव दाविसी दया दना ऐसी तुझी ही भाव तुझी ही भाव आरती साई बाबा तुमचे नाम जाता हर संस्कृती व्यता अगाध तव करणी मार्ग दाविसी अनाथा दाविसी अनाथा आरती साई बाबा कलियुगी अवतार सगुण ब्रह्म साचार अवतीर्ण झाला से स्वामी दत्त दिगंबर आरती साई बाबा आठा दिवसा गुरुवारी भक्त करी तिवारी प्रभु पद पहावया भव भय निवारी आरती साई बाबा माझा निज द्रव्य देवा तव चरज सेवा मांगणे ह्यांची आता तुम्हा देवादिदेवा आरती साई बाबा इच्छित दिन चातक निर्मल तोय निज मुख पांजवे माधवाया
सांबळ आपुली भाक आरती साई बाबा सौख्य तातार जीवा चरणार जताडी दावा दासा विसावा भक्ता विसावा आरती साई बाबा हे आरती साई बाबा हे आरती साई बाबा ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना समरक्षक भक्त जना समरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे सचिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपति स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपति आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपर बांधवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदेव पर्यंत युनीवे स्वामी पर्यंत युनीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राश्रयना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप जय शिव साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंदुको मंगल आरती अंदुको मंदर गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति 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 समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शांति शांति शांति
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की
जय परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमार्थ इष्टार्थ मोक्ष प्रदानं परमार्थ इष्टार्थ मोक्ष प्रदानं बाबा विभूति इदमाश्रयामि बाबा विभूति इदमाश्रयामि Sacred, holy and supreme is Baba's Vibhuti, pouring forth the brilliant stream display of Vibhuti.
So auspicious is its smile, it grants liberation. Baba's Vibhuti
Its power protects me. Paramam pavitram Baba vibhutim. Paramam vichitram Leela vibhuti. Paramam pavitram Baba vibhutim. Paramam vichitram Leela vibhuti. Paramartha ishtartha moksha pradhanam. Paramartha ishtartha moksha pradhanam. Baba vibhuti idamashrayabi. Baba vibhuti idamashrayabi. Mangalam Gurudevaya. Mangalam Jnanadayine. Mangalam Parthivasaya. Mangalam Sri Satya Saine. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Brahmarpanam Brahmahavir Brahmadno Brahmanahutam. Brahmevatena gantavyam. Brahma karma samadhina. Aham Vaishvanaro bhutva praninam dehamashritaha. Pranapana samayukta pachamyanyam chaturvidham. Om Annam Brahma Raso Vishnu Bhokta Devo Maheshwaraha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Sai Ramo, on behalf of the Saidam family and everybody else, thank you so much for taking time to come and to attend the lovely talk of Brother Arvind. We thank Brother Arvind so very much and always look forward to hearing him again and again. Thank you so much.
We are so much fortunate that we are here at
Amongst
Dham.
us.
Thank you, Sadhbhai, for bringing Arvind Brother Arvind also. So much thank you.
Very beautiful atmosphere.
Thank you.
Yes.
It's all over.
London winter.
We will go upstairs just now in a while. Before going up, we have a chocolate box. You open it. This Swami is materializing lots of chocolate box in his wardrobe. Before, people used to bring the chocolate box, but now Swami is materializing the chocolate box itself. So we are going to open that chocolate box. What Swami does it? Come on.
Sure.
Come, little one. Yeah, sir, come. I mean, I will buy. Brother, I will this open. Brother, wait. Brother, I will come. Please open it. Yeah. can see that chocolate box is so much sealed, absolutely, and lots of vibhuti in there. And Swami loves this chocolate a lot. Loves this chocolate. He loves the Ferrero Rocher also. He loves it so much. So it's increasing a lot, always. You can see so much vibhuti. So much vibhuti. When you open it, you see that. See inside also. Lots of vibhuti. Yeah, it is. You can see those chocolates, you see the Om in chocolate with vibhuti. You can see most of the chocolates are with Oms. And oh, there, more. So many pendants and all that. This is Swami. Wow, Baba's ring. Oh my God. That is always, yeah. Sarva Dharma. Yeah. Pendant, it's a pendant, yeah. With Swami. Again, pendant. You can see half chocolates also there. That's what he loves it. We keep it half there. See half chocolates. See many of them you'll see that. No, it's not. No, no, not the same. He eat half of it and he leave it half of them. Yeah. That's a prasadam for everyone. He leaves it. More. See? So many pendants are there. It's Shirdi Baba. Yeah, Shirdi Baba. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Everybody gets this gift. Every time we open this box, it's like this. Yeah, so many of them. So you can take that half for yourself. Yeah. Yeah. Eat it. Yeah. Yeah. You can take more. You can see ohms in the chocolates also. You see, most of them are ohms on the chocolates also. Full of vibhuti, yeah. Yeah. How many of them? Bidar? 12. Yeah, yeah. There should be one more, I think. I know. There should be. Maybe. Don't know. Whoever will be distributing, they'll get it that. Yeah. At the end. 9, 11, like that. But don't know. Doesn't matter. Yeah. It's a special here. very late. They were just preparing Aarti, which we had to be in time there. They were just preparing Aarti. And then we were lucky, we sat right in the front. And then after that, sitting there, and we had a chance to do the Aarti. That was the first time we went to see Swami and we did Aarti. And from that day, we regularly started going. Yeah, no, not Baba's eyes, not accepted, but Baba's eyes was pulling us, like magnetic. And then we started regular going. It was just month and a half we started going there. And then we started singing bhajan. My daughter started singing bhajan. And then my friend and all, they said they were going to put a party. So my daughter said, I want to go put a party. I said, we can't go. She said, I want to go put a party. My friend said, your mom come, you can come. I said, we can't go. When Swami called, we go. We go. And then I said, we can't go now. She started crying. I brought her home all the way crying. I came home, I put her in her bed. I said, she'll be fine. It's been naughty. She'll be fine. In the morning, I got up, went to her room. I'm saying, Sairam, babe, you all right? She said, Mom, I've been to Puttapati. I said, what? I've been to Puttapati. I said, how? Then she started explaining. Her room, opposite her room, there's a big window. She said, a bright light came through the window. And she sat up. It was December time, very cold. And she sat up, she saw Swami in orange robe standing there. And then she said, Baba put his hand on my head. My body was very hot. Then Baba says, you're right. She said, no. Baba said, what do you want? I want to go put a party. Baba said, you want to go put a party? Okay. Baba holds her hand and literally flying from that window. They're flying. She said, Mom, I saw a big, big garden. Cows and people are working. That's not a garden. Cows and people are working is a farm. She's a child. She doesn't know that. After that, she said, we reached to put a party. Baba sat on the chair. I sat next to Baba and I see so many people with white clothes and they're doing bhajan. And Baba's doing like this, enjoying. I'm wondering what this girl is talking about because we didn't see any video, nothing. That was the first time. And she said, after that, they did Baba's Aarti. And then Baba said, let's go. Again, Baba holds her hand and start flying. And on the way, Baba says, I'll give you a surprise. So my daughter, her name is Preeti. Preeti says, what? Baba says, you see. And suddenly bright light everywhere. And they come down. It was a Disney World. She always had a desire to go to Disney World. She said, Mom, Baba took me in all the rides. Baba took me in the ghost rides also. And I'm wondering this girl, what she's talking about all this. 5.5. 5.5. So after that, she was walking with Swami. So she's small. She's holding Swami's hand. So her hand was like this. And so she said, one boy coming and telling, why are you doing your hand like that? She said, Mom, that boy can't see. I'm holding Swami's hand, Baba's hand. She said, just like that. And then we brought her home. And then Baba says, are you happy? She says, yes. Yes. Bless my mom and dad. Then Baba blessed us and then gone. After that, every day Swami comes in our room. From 1991. Swami comes in our room. In the morning, I come to our room. I see chocolate papers on the floor. I don't leave anything in our room. Biscuit crumbs on the floor. Sometimes fruits are there. I used to ask, where did you get this, babe? Mom, Baba was here. Baba was here, so always started happening. Sometimes she used to come and tell me, Mom, Baba was angry on me. I said, you've been mischief. And Baba used to call her Pakoda. Just today said, she was a little bit chubby. So Baba used to call her Pakoda all the time. He used to tease her so much. Went to Prashanti also all the time sitting next to Swami. We have been to Sai Mahima. We have been to Paduka Puja. Every year we go to Prashanti. Every year with Swami's grace, with blessings. He calls her. Even her marriage, Swami has found a boy. She's lived here. She's in Edgeware, lives here only. And I have a grandchild, 6 years old. And then this happened in 2010. I went and it was Christmas time. Me and my husband, both of us went. And then mother is mother. You always know that. As though I surrendered to Swami. I said, she's your daughter. You shout out everything. And then I was sitting on Christmas Eve. I had a line number 9. That's a beautiful number, powerful number. And Swami came, didn't look at me at all. I said, okay, that's fine. I was praying to Swami, come on, your daughter is getting big. Find a boy for her. Find a boy for her. Nothing, he didn't look at me. Then again on Christmas Day, I had a line number 1, right in the front. Sonia was also there, right in the front, the choir people and all. And then Swami came, and I was just praying to Swami. And yeah, she performed that Christmas 2010. Yeah, she was there. Yeah. So, I was just praying to Swami, and Swami was on the wheelchair, obviously. He came in front of me like this, like saying, eyes to eyes contact. I said, now my worries are over. Worries are over. I went in the room. I saw a missed call for my daughter, and I called her back. She says, Mom, I met a guy, and he's Baba's devotee. There, this is the father-in-law, my daughter's father-in-law. And where is Kala? There, Kala Ben, his mother-in-law. This is Swami. This is Swami. He's a coordinator, and our team. He works so hard for us always. Like there's so many things Swami started doing, and Swami, I've taken Baba's photo in this house so many times. He comes here. I've taken, and he does so many things, healings and all that. So many things. He does the psychic surgery here also. So it is him only, not me. I'm just an instrument. He does it everything. My life is his life. I always say you have to do it everything. Yeah, like there's so many times, so many things has happened. I mean, astral traveling with Swami many times. During COVID time, one day I was just sitting in Baba's room, and suddenly it was night, evening, late night, and suddenly Swami took me. Where? I'm going everywhere with him, showing me all the temples everywhere. I'm quiet. I'm just following him. And then we came on top of Puttapat. I recognized that. He said, see, everything is closed. Everything is closed. Temples, mandir, everything is closed. And then I'm thinking in my mind, Baba, this COVID, save the people. I'm thinking in my mind. I didn't say anything loudly. I never talk when Swami, I go travel with Swami. I don't say anything. And then suddenly he started taking me up. Right, very high. And I could see round ball like earth only. And Swami is there. And then he did his hand like this. On the earth, he sprinkled lots of vibhuti. Lots of vibhuti sprinkled. And then I was thank you, Swami, you've done this. And then after some time, I came back. When this happens, I'm traveling with Swami. I come back, my body shakes so much, depends how long I'm out. So that day, after about 11 o'clock like that, I came out in my garden to do something. I came out in my garden and I'm seeing something white on my plants and grass and everything. I said, what is this? After that, I can smell vibhuti. I went and saw the plant, lots of vibhuti. All over the garden, front garden, back garden. And straight away I went live. Because in the morning, I do Omkaram. When I was 2020, I was in Parthi. 17 March, Baba said, go back home. I got my ticket. Luckily, only 2 tickets were there. 18 back to London. And from next day, Swami started saying, Omkaram. I said, Swami, I'll do the Omkaram, but I can't sing. 1 hour Omkaram. Do something. Next day, I was doing something in this room. The wardrobe. I opened the wardrobe. Omkar CD there. I said, now I'm going to start the Omkaram. Then I started 22nd March 2020. And up till today, Omkar is every day continuous. Every day. So on that day, I told them in the morning, I was sharing the messages with everyone. Live, I was telling that Swami took me and he sprinkled the vibhuti everywhere. And then afternoon when I went, and suddenly I saw in the garden, so I went live and showed them, see, Baba has sprinkled the vibhuti on earth. So some next day, people started saying, "Oh, Chandraben, it's you. Baba is so close to you, so he did it in your house." I said, "No, this is not in my house, but he is proving, he is showing that I have sprinkled the vibhuti on earth. It's not my house. It's a Swami's house, but he is proving that, yeah, that vibhuti, in the house." So like that, so many things, so many things. Now we go up, and then we have a darshan. Yeah, upstairs. Upstairs. I'll take you. You're coming with me. Come. Yeah. Let him have a look. Let him have a look.
Chandra, can I come with you?
I'm taking. Yeah. I'm taking upstairs. We are going upstairs.
Come with me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, really? I never see ladies having such high wings. That's why we struggle for that wing, You keep wanting to come, but so powerful voice, even when you go high up, amazing.